Hi, I'm Krista.
Hi guys, I'm Lynn.
And this is
Wine About the Market,
where we drink wine
and talk about real estate.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi Krista. It's been a while. We thought we were going to do this more and we've fallen behind.
Well, we've fell behind because we're really busy selling real estate.
That's a really good thing.
And it's summer, so we're selling real estate and we're having lots of fun.
We're having lots of fun, and it's been awesome here in Seattle, so we've been taking advantage of the warm weather.
Yeah, we have.
Awesome. So I've been asked to be Wine About the Market, and we usually play Spin the Bottle, but Chris and I started a little early tonight, so we already have our bottle open. But people have been asking, well, what are you drinking? Please share what wine you're drinking. So tonight we are drinking a proprietary red from Swiftwater Cellars. So I belong to this winery up in Suncadia called Swiftwater Winery, and it's pretty awesome.
It's delicious. I can verify that. It's very good.
It's a Columbia Valley red wine, 2012, proprietary. So
slightly chilled for summer.
Slightly chilled for summer, because we do like our red.
Mm-hmm.
We like our white and rosé too, though.
I think I like red. Red the best.
Me too.
Then
a good Sauvignon Blanc in the summer.
I know. I agree with that. I love rosé, but it's not
a party or something. I might have.
But not rosé every day.
Never rosé every day.
I know, that's like a thing.
Champagne every day.
Yes. Champagne, I could do it every day. Every day.
Well, we hope everybody's doing well out there. What are we going to talk about tonight? We have lots of things on our mind.
I know, we have so much to talk about, but we've narrowed it down to one subject today. So we're going to talk about Zillow.
Redfin a little bit too, but the Zestimate. Yeah. Everyone wants to talk about the Zestimate and what Zillow is saying your home is worth versus what the market and the buyers are saying your home is worth.
Yeah, because there's a huge difference between what a buyer says your home is worth and what a company called Zillow says your home is worth. So,
and really what it comes down to on any given transaction, your home is worth what someone's willing to pay for it.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
So
cheers to that.
Cheers to that. It's really going to be determined by the buyers out there. Nothing that Redfin or Zillow is saying. They pull so many data points from so many different transactions. It can be old data, a month old, and we know in real estate, a month old data is no longer valid.
Yeah. And one thing I always tell clients is that, Zillow didn't walk through your house, right? Zillow didn't know that you just put in quartz countertops or remodeled your bathroom and put in all brand new,
correct,
wallpaper, like a whole new restoration hardware master bathroom, so they don't know that. And I think the challenge that some real estate agents face sometimes, I know I do, is that, since the market is still a little bit soft, a lot of it soft, I'm still getting calls from people wanting to list homes. And I still, every real estate agent always battles this, and I hope all the sellers out there, listen to this and kind of take this advice. Is, I lost my train of thought.
Everyone thinks their home's worth more than it is.
I know.
That's what we were just talking about, 5 minutes ago.
They always say Zillow. Zillow says my home is worth
1.1, say.
Yeah.
And we've learned over time that, the buyer over time said it was worth $1,025,000. So that's the value of your home at that given time.
Yes.
2 months earlier, it could have been accurate.
Correct.
But the market is constantly changing around here, especially this time of year, this summer. We've seen a complete change.
Definitely. And I don't think I've ever seen Zillow be accurate. Have you ever seen Zillow Zillow nailed it.
Right.
Zillow said it was 1.2 and it sold for 1.2.
Right.
Never. That's never ever happened. There was also something I read that said Zillow, it was a disclaimer at one point that they had published, and it said that it's up to 20% off. Well, 20% of $1 million is
a lot of money.
It's off by a lot.
Right. So
a lot.
That's where it's important. Where I always tell my clients when I'm at a listing appointment, the best piece of information we have on what you can list your home at and what it's going to sell for is what has happened with homes right on your street really, really, really recently.
Yeah.
You can't really look at homes that sold 6 months ago, 12 months
No.
ago.
Yeah,
You've got to look at good comps.
Yeah, you can see trends by going like 6 months ago. You can see a trend, right? You can see the market go up and down in certain months over 6 months. But you cannot use 6 months in our market because there's so many trades, and it's so seasonal. The market goes up and down so much. You can't really use something from 6 months ago. And I don't really know if Zillow's algorithm is actually published anywhere. Anyone knows where they're getting their information from. But I do remember when the market was really bad, it was like Zestimates were very, very, very low.
Yes.
And then when the market improved, now we're struggling, is that Zestimates are really, really high.
Correct.
I actually even had a theory that maybe Zillow was publishing extremely high Zestimates to get people to look at Zillow.
Right, almost thinking that it was telling them something that they didn't know. But even Zillow says, as their number one source of information, hire a really good real estate agent.
It does. It actually says that right on your Zestimate. It has like recommendations, and it says, hey, we base this off of data that people give us, and we recommend talking to a real estate broker and getting a
more
CMA.
Accurate.
CMA.
Right.
What's a CMA stand for?
Comparative Market Analysis. She's testing me. Had some wine.
No, well, that's why.
And sometimes I use a comparable market analysis, competitive market analysis, but you're basically using the market to tell you what that home is worth, and you're looking at number of bedrooms, you're looking at square feet, you're comparing actual hard data from what a home down the street has sold for based on this home.
Yeah.
And you and I know we have to go in the home. We can't do it without stepping foot in the home.
And I feel it's such a struggle. We'll get phone calls, and I'll get phone calls, and people just are like, hey, I live at 222 Larchmount. What do you think my home is worth? And I'm like, I have no idea. I haven't been in your home. I could say, well, Zillow says it's worth $2 million, but it's not, right?
And you could have done a $50,000 upgrade in your kitchen, and that's certainly going to change the value of your home. So you really have to compare apples to apples.
Yeah. Now, what about Redfin? Let's talk a little bit about Redfin.
So I think it's the same thing. You can go on Redfin and you can go on Zillow, and people try to look at those numbers. I've done a few today just for our talk and just to see. And Redfin and Zillow can be way off, 100K, 150K difference. Or they can be pretty much the same, or they're pulling from the same data probably and coming up with that same number.
Yeah, I think Redfin tends to be more accurate, definitely way more so than Zillow. I'm not really sure why Zillow swings the swing is so extreme. Redfin tends to be a lot more accurate, and I'm not really sure. But Redfin, I think, in my opinion, I think that Redfin is a data company first and a real estate company second. So they are really they're really good on data. So if I were a seller and I was looking at Zillow or Redfin, I would definitely look more to Redfin for an accurate estimation of what a buyer may pay for your house. Ultimately, everybody, just so you know, only buyers will determine what your market value is.
That's
not Zillow and not Redfin.
On any given week or however long that house is on the market, it's the buyers that are coming through your door that are going to determine what it's worth.
It's so true. So we were just talking before we started the video. There's actually a way, like if you didn't want that estimate to show up on your listing when you're listing your home,
you can talk to your agent or whoever you're working with. We can help you do
Hopefully
it.
us.
We know how to do it. So you can remove that from your listing. You can actually do a checkbox and you'd sign off on it saying that I do not want that going to Zillow. I don't want a Zestimate showing up for my home. And if it's not working in your favor, you wouldn't want it out there anyways, because buyers might use that, but I mean, in the end, they're going to turn to their agent to know what to do when they're making an offer. But that Zestimate sort of puts something in people's heads.
Especially right now when the market shifts. Like, the market got really soft, and then all of a sudden, buyers are like, it's a buyer's market.
Right.
I mean, it's not quite.
Not
yes,
quite.
It is a buyer's market.
More even.
Yeah, it's kind of even ground. It hasn't shifted completely to a buyer's market, but they're definitely going to look at that and say, well, Redfin only said you listed for $950, and the Redfin says it's worth, $935. So I'm gonna offer $919. Well, one really great thing that you can do is just take that automated. It's called an automated valuation on. It's a little data thing on a listing input when we list homes, and you can say no. You
Do
can
not check. Yeah, it just means do not use that as part of the listing.
Yeah,
which would be a good thing.
I think
if it's not working in your favor, if it's not spot on, almost exactly what you're going to list at, I guess why use it?
And I've noticed that the longer you keep a listing on the market, the lower that goes. So I would actually, you know what? I'm going to take it off of all my listings.
Yeah.
It's not helping.
It'd be a good kind of test too, to just see how long it takes for Zillow to remove it if it's instantaneous.
Yeah.
If you go in and work that listing on Zillow itself, and I'd be curious to see if it, because they're automatically there even before you list a home. Yeah. So if you take that valuation out, let's just see how long it takes Zillow to respond.
Yeah. Let's close with our amazing new listing that we have on Logan. The address it's really easy to remember. It's 2888 Northeast Logan.
Yes, cute little neighborhood. Krista and I staged it over the last couple of days and got it all cleaned up. It's really stinking cute.
It's gorgeous.
And the staging is just awesome. It's got this sweet little backyard, super private, fully fenced in, 4-bedroom home. It's fantastic.
Yeah. There's this amazing Japanese maple. Have you ever seen in the Crate and Barrel catalogs where they hang the really cool lanterns?
Yes.
At night has the perfect tree to do that. The master is really pretty, and then I love my favorite part of the house is the family room. It has a really cool stone fireplace, and it's open to dining. It's just a really classy floor plan. Yeah. So I'm going to be doing an open house on Sunday from 1 to 4.
Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow from 1 to 4. Lots of upgrades in this home. They just redid the floors on the main floor, so it's just really clean, pretty. It's just one of those homes that people are looking for right now, just kind of move-in ready and ready to make their family home.
Yeah. So look out for our signs. Come visit the open house. Bring us a bottle of wine.
Yes, and we'll have it for the next Wine About the Market.
But we won't serve wine at our open houses.
Oh,
yeah.
darn.
All right,
bye, guys.
Cheers, everybody.
Good to catch up.